Hey everybody, this is Sierra from the Local History and Genealogy Department at the Kenton County Public Library. Today I am going to be wrapping up our Rainbow of Kenton County Houses virtual walking tour. So I'm really excited to get started, so let's get to our house today. So if you have joined us over the summer, or if you have not, we have been exploring a rainbow of Kenton County houses. This summer we have looked at the history of several different properties and kind of shared some fun stories and details about them, architectural details. It's been a really fun tour, and today is the last stop, unfortunately. But if you are interested in watching any of these videos, they are available 24/7 on our YouTube page. So head to YouTube and you can watch any of these videos anytime you like. Okay, so today we are going to focus on this wonderful multicolored house. It's a good way to wrap up a rainbow house tour by looking at a house that has several colors of the rainbow. This house is located at 703 Bakewell Street, so it's tucked into the heart of Main Strasse. And this house has a really great history and connection to not only Main Strasse, but the block and also the development of St. Aloysius Church. This is a picture of 703 Bakewell Street from 1964. And on this picture, you can see that it didn't originally have all of this siding. Underneath that siding is a beautiful brick dwelling. It has some definite style elements of both Queen Anne and stick. And that makes sense because it was built sometime between 1886 and 1894. It has a popular Queen Anne feature, which is a bay window. And then it also so we have the bay window up here. And then it also has these kind of fun stick element dormer with the embellished truss, and then the wide overhanging eave here. So that's definitely an element of stick. But a lot of houses in this neighborhood during this time period are kind of usually a cross between several different styles. So this is a great example of that. One thing that you can't see on this picture is that on the side, there is a side entrance over here. And this picture was taken in 1964, and it's part of our Northern Kentucky real estate records in Genki. So if you're interested in maybe trying to find a picture of your house from the 60s or 70s, check out that real estate records collection in our Genki database. Okay, so one story that I really thought we should focus on about 703 Bakewell is that in 1897, the Romer family lived in this house on Bakewell Street. You can see here that Clemens was a trimmer. He lived at 703 Bakewell. And when he says trimmer, he means a clothing trimmer. So he worked in Cincinnati at a clothing factory and warehouse, and he cut and trimmed clothing. He also lived with his mother, who was a widow. Her name was Mary Agnes. Sometimes she goes by Mary, sometimes Agnes. And her husband was John H., but he also went by Herman. And she's living with her son and his family here at 703 Bakewell. So a little bit more about Herman and Mary Agnes. They moved to the area around 1855. They did, I think, settle in Cincinnati first before coming across the river and moving into the Main Strasse neighborhood sometime around like 1858, 59. They were originally from the Oldenburg area of Germany, and Herman was a skilled bricklayer, and that was amongst his many trades and occupations. He was also a merchant. He dabbled in a lot of different things in the neighborhood. And by the 1870s, Herman had basically bought and developed properties along 7th and 8th of Bakewell Street. So he had his hand in a lot of the development of the block of 7th and Bakewell and 8th and Bakewell. So some of the houses that are next to 703 Bakewell were also owned by the Romer family at a certain point. So the Romer family had a really big connection to the neighborhood, and that being that they were part of the Mother of God Church Parish. Herman Romer was a very devout Catholic, and by the end of the Civil War, basically the church could not accommodate the large number of residents in the neighborhood, so Mother of God was needed another location or parish in order to serve the Catholic population of the neighborhood. So in 1865, Herman met with a lot of other members of the neighborhood at a grocery store at the corner of 7th and Bakewell Streets. And I believe they're referring to the grocery store that the house is next to that's now a bar. And the group basically got together and said they wanted to build and develop another parish. And that group formed a building committee, and there were several donations made for the construction of a church. And they ended up buying property across the street from 703 Bakewell, which is at the southeast corner of 7th and Bakewell Streets. And became what was known as St. Aloysius Church. And you can see in this picture here what the church looked like in 1867. There was also a rectory here. But basically, the Romer family, where they lived at 703 Bakewell, they could just look out their window because they're in this picture over here. They're right tucked in right here. So they can literally see the church outside their living room window. And they supported the church over multiple generations of the Romer family attending St. Aloysius. St. Aloysius was a very popular parish, and it served the neighborhood until 1985. It was struck by lightning, and the resulting fire damaged most of the building. It actually collapsed some of the church onto 7th Street, and some of the neighbors along 7th Street had to be evacuated. The church was basically unsalvageable, and so it was decided that it would not be rebuilt, and now that property there at the corner of 7th and Bakewell is an empty lot. So this tour, we thought it would be fun to end with a rainbow mural. And of course, this house, 703 Bakewell, is tucked right there at the corner of 7th and Bakewell, and there is a rainbow mural there. The part of the theme of a rainbow of Kenton County houses this year is because the summer reading club theme is Reading Colors Your World. And so we've toured a rainbow of houses this summer, and this rainbow mural is just a great way to kind of wrap up this summer's tour. In 2020, this rainbow mural was added to the corner of Bakewell and 7th Street. It actually goes all the way around just the corner there. And it was completed by the Northern Kentucky Pride Center as part of the 11th annual Northern Kentucky Pride Festival. So if you're interested in going and looking there, the rainbow mural is still there. And that's a great way, we thought, to end this tour this summer. If you have any questions or you're interested in researching the history of your own property, you can email us at history@kentonlibrary.org. You can call us at 859-962-4070, or you are welcome to find us online. We are at kentonlibrary.org/genealogy. That's where all of our databases and resources are online. So if you're interested in searching the newspapers or getting on the Ancestry Library Edition, that's where we are on the web. The Covington Library is open, so you're welcome to come in and make an appointment to do a one-on-one with us about researching your property or doing your genealogy, and we are available to help. So thank you for joining me for the tour, and all of us for the tour this summer. We've had a great time putting this together, and thanks for joining me today.